Since we upgraded our wrench again recently, that prompted me to remember something that I didn't do. I still haven't done Wrench Ninja yet. At least Wrench Ninja 2. But this might be a blessing in disguise that I decided to put this off until later. Considering, like I already mentioned, I now have my wrench upgraded as well as my armor upgraded too. That means I just gotta be careful on how I'm able to kill these enemies. So I might be here for a bit. But considering that we're on a subsequent visit on Joba, there'll be fewer enemies that I have to worry about too. So, this should go with very few to no problems at all now. Of course, gotta bar the artillery that I have to worry about that the enemy aren't gonna have. So, with that being said, greetings all, it's Blue Knight and welcome back to Ratchet & Clank, going Commando. Previously, we finished up business in Eranos for the second time because we managed to break out of our prison and now are free men and robot once again. Well, free Lawbacks and robot once again, but the idea still stands. And then we did a little bit of backtracking afterwards too, while I had to do some— whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright, that was new, haven't seen that before. Another first in this game that I am very experienced in. Wow, this game, again, continues to surprise me in all kinds of ways. We managed to trade away, more or less, a Quark action figure that a very overzealous Captain Quark fan wanted, thereby giving me closure to a very long-lasting saga that I've had to deal with pretty much in my entire time as a fan of going Commando, and I had to do a lot of venting all the while as well. Like I said last episode, there was a lot of personal history I had regarding that specific item. So today, after I hopefully acquire this skill point on Joba, we'll head to Gorn'd and go save Angela from being held captive by Thugs for Less. Wrench Ninja 2 shouldn't take that long, but in the meantime, I'll go over a couple of trivia points that I want to talk about. To start, it begins with the You're My Hero skill point back on Todano. It turns out there would have been a consequence to destroying enough of the tourists back on Todano during that world tour. If you did go through that heinous action, the help desk would alert the authorities, but nothing else would happen. It was just there for like flavor text. I guess it's like a secret if you want to go out of your way to destroy the innocent robots that were just living their lives. However, it was planned for enemies to appear at first if this happened. Not sure why that got scrapped at the end. Maybe they ran out of time, or there just wasn't enough space to fit in more enemies. Who really knows, but that would have been cool to see. And the second piece I want to talk about is Eranos, the place we recently busted out of, as well as the planet that was the introductory level to this game. It turns out that Eranos was added in after everything else in the game was done, which is why it's referred to as level 0 among the devs. Having a level 0 in a Ratchet & Clank game is nothing new. In fact, the series is pretty well known for having a tutorial level for you to go through. It's pretty helpful if you're a newbie jumping into the middle of the series with no idea what's going to happen or how to play, or if you're a veteran who could use a refresh on how things are handled, as well as any new bells and whistles that the game might be introducing to you if you haven't seen any of those concepts before. So it's kind of a tradition that the Ratchet & Clank franchise always have a level 0 for you to get your feet wet before it pushes you to getting into the main course. Uh-oh. That may have screwed things up. Please? Please be kind to me, game? Please be kind? Oh, thank goodness! I thought that nanotech upgrade cost me at the end because I was almost finished with getting through all the enemies on this planet. I never thought I'd get a health scare, or a big scare by a health upgrade of all things. One of the most valuable attributes, at least to me, in a video game. Like I said before, I value health and defense above all else when it comes to upgrading stats and such, but that almost came back to bite me. Although it's out of my control, somewhat. Still, that was quite the scare. A scare I did not need. What am I doing? I could go take the taxi up there, and make my way back to the ship that way. I will say though, I'm already close to the arena again as it is, so I could possibly go back in there and take out a few more match types, but I don't think I will do that. I want to save all of that for the post game. And with a brand new location, I think it's time that we change our paint job once again. But I'm not gonna go for one of these generic colors this time. I'm gonna end up choosing one of these patterns since I haven't done that yet. This was just a literal taxi. I'll go for that one. And this is alright. A little generic though. That one has some style to it. It's fitting for Ratchet too. This one is just the same as this one. That one is very, very flashy. I like that design. This one's okay, but I prefer the lawback stripey one. I think we'll go for that. The lawback's orange. You might say it's the color orange, but it's still got somewhat of a noticeable design to it. Even though we're gonna be seeing this part of the ship for what's gonna be coming up next. Still, I feel like it's high time that we got to pick a distinct paint job for the Star Explorer. And now it's time to take our fight to the Thuxford's fleet and save Angela. See, it's very noticeable is the ship now among the emptiness of space. Stands out very well.
I detect thugs for less ships at 1 o'clock.
It's payback time.
And that's all the context we need for today's main objective. Angela was captured on board a ship in this fleet. Defeat the fleet and figure out where she's been taken. Provided that we don't take out the whole fleet first. Spoiler alert, there's no such thing as that happening. But just imagine if that was such a thing we had to worry about. So we gotta take on these big, giant, gray ships. Normally on a regular playthrough, I would take a long time trying to take down one of these big ships. Because, like I mentioned before, I didn't upgrade my ship that well. But look at how much damage we already did to it just with our laser alone. Dang, we managed to take it out in like 2 passes just with our blasters. Really goes to show just how much I've been taking the upgrades for granted for the longest time. So if you don't go out your way like me to upgrade your ship, make sure to use every ounce of your artillery to your advantage. Missiles, torpedoes, mines, use anything at your disposal to take on these ships because they're very durable. So pot shine them alone with your weak lasers, that's not gonna cut it. Like how I just managed to cut through that ship like butter. Man, we're gonna be finished with this specific objective in record time. I really have been objectively. I've been neglecting like super hard on the upgrading capabilities that I could have gave my ship for such a long time. Yeah, I mean, I thought I was doing a pretty good job with a fully powered Star Explorer back at the disposal facility, but no, this puts that performance I had to shame. There's only one more left. Don't worry that even though if you take down the ship, it's still going to be on your radar. These things take a long time to sink to the bottom of the planet and fully disappear. begin to disappear. Goodbye.
Well, it looks like the thugs moved Angela out of this quadrant. See if you can pick up any transmissions on the deep space channels.
What is your problem? I'm trying to make a living here, and you two losers keep lousing it up. Ratchet and Clank, isn't it? Look, if you two don't hightail it back to your own galaxy, I'm gonna blast you into so many pieces you'll need a, well, there's gonna be a lot of them. I can tell you that. So you two hit the road, and don't bother trying to find me, cause I've got wind. I'm like the wind. You never know where I might show up next. And I blow hard, and I can be cooling on a warm summer day. Well, you get the idea. Goodbye, morons!
Does he realize he has just transmitted his exact location?
If not, he's about to find out.
Well, we really rattled his bones, or organs, or whatever his internal structure is, down to the core. So, by way of completing this objective, we get coordinates, albeit unintentionally, to the Thugs' headquarters on planet Snivlack. Ooh, I've got quite the history with that planet too, but we're not gonna be doing that for a while. Look at that, 25k for this objective? Dang, that's a pretty snazzy, bolt reward. So now we're gonna take on the other challenges that Gorn'd has to offer, like fight the bandits. This sector is notorious for their bandit ships, so take out any that attack. Considering how fast we managed to wipe out the main battleships in the Thugfulest fleet, these guys are gonna stand no problem, no challenge to us at all. I mean, did they not see what I just did not 2 minutes ago with an entire fleet against me? I managed to rip through their biggest heavy hitters in record time. I still can't believe that I managed to do that. God, I'm kind of thinking my ship might be overpowered at this point. With how much time I actually dedicated to upgrading it for once. Get a lot of rare titanium out of the deal too. I might spring for changing the formation of my other ship parts, like the nose and the wings. With how much rare titanium I'm getting now, I'm pretty sure I have more than enough to switch to other color schemes for the rest of this playthrough. So I could probably spare a few for the other cosmetic parts of my ship too. So these guys, the bandits, they're really not that different from any other foe we faced so far. I guess if you didn't upgrade your ship like I did, these guys would be pretty strong for the most part. There's 32 of them as well, so I imagine they would hit hard in your weakened state. We'll switch to mines, because this could be a really huge cloud clearer if you're getting overwhelmed. Like right there. They get too close, then they'll be wiped out by the mine's area of attack. That's 3, that's 2, and that's the last one. 25k, easy money going into our bank. That's not it. Defeat the ghost ship. This one I remember taking a long time on my first playthrough. You've heard of ghost ships in space, and now it looks like one of the ones you destroyed has come back. Shoot it while it's in solid form. So this one, I remember taking so long with my weakened ship on my very first playthrough, because I, despite reading the instructions, didn't really understand what this challenge was all about. You have to do what the game says. Just wait till the ghost ship goes back into its solid form, and then that's when the time that you can take your shots at it. And I guess it's being paraded by either very jealous or unsportsmanlike people from the Thugfulest fleet, or these smaller soldiers might be ghost soldiers as well. They're not really clarified what's what, but nonetheless they're adversaries too. Just be wary of them trying to pot shot you as well. Now they can help to give you stuff like ammo for any of your weapons, or give you recovery for your shield. Well, I walked away by accident. I kind of forgot I had that now. But what's really strange, I was holding the L1 button, and I was trying to let go of that, but I guess I held it just long enough when I hit the R1 button by accident that it warped me away by complete accident. Alright, there you are. Already on fire, that's good. I remember taking so long on this challenge when I first played through that I didn't actually finish it. I got so bored and tried to damage this thing with my weakened ship that I ended up crashing out of complete boredom and never attempted this challenge for like probably a few years after that. I remember hating this thing as a kid, but of course that's because one, I didn't completely understand it because I was too stupid at the time, apparently, and two, like I already mentioned before, time and time again, I did not do a good job upgrading my ship, as did I never upgraded my ship at all. So you can imagine, trying to take on this thing while it goes in and out of visibility, it can take a long time, and it can be really, really boring too. Not to mention really hard since you get pot-shotted by all the smaller ships too, not just the big ghost ship that you have to take out. So this thing should go down any minute now. It's a wonder how this thing can be on fire despite being, you know, a ghost. I have no idea how ghosts can experience fire, but I'm no paranormal expert or anything like that. And there it goes. Somewhat easy 30k, as I'm getting pelted in the winter screen by all the enemies. And what if I stay here long enough, they'll actually destroy me. I'm kind of curious to wait out to see what happens. But I don't think I'll do that. We're on a kind of a strict time limit here. Well, not really, but I want to get things done as soon as possible. Our final challenge, of course, is our best friend, so to speak, Ace Bunyan, challenging us to one final race. This time we gotta go through 53 rings, not as much as the last one, but I imagine Ace is gonna try his hardest to beat us this time around. But considering we managed to max out our boosting capabilities too. That didn't count. That was a trial run. You didn't see that. Nobody saw that. I was just practicing. Yeah, that's it. I was practicing. I didn't miss that on complete accident. No. No, I didn't. I was just giving Ace a warm-up. Yeah, that's it. I was just giving Ace some form of hope that this time he would be too much for me. I can't believe I missed that ring so easily. Right at the start, too. I was trying to say, he's got 53 rings this time we have to go through to get this planet's only platinum bolt. So not as much, but I imagine he would be trying a lot harder if we did upgrade our boosting capabilities to their maximum potential. So just do the same strats like you've always done when it comes to these races. Long boost in between long gaps like that, as well as when you're first start the race, just to get an early head start against Bunyan, and then use short boosts to conserve your fuel, as well as continuously increasing your lead against Ace. These are just simple platinum bolts that you can get. They're not that hard to do once you know the perfect strats to handle these races. And this should be the last one. So long, Ace. You were never a massive rival to us to begin with. You were like a pint-sized nuisance to us at best. At least I got some easy money out of it. So that pretty much wraps up our time here on Gorn'd, but there's still some plentiful rewards when it comes to the bolts. You can retry the last two because there's still like over 10k or at least 10k as a reward. So I want to recommend bolting from Gorn'd just yet. Play through these challenges a couple more times to get more bolts, then you'll have some more cash on hand to possibly get the more expensive items that are still in the weapons vendor, which is what I'll be doing off screen. So next time, we're gonna be saying goodbye to Gorn'd and heading to Planet Snivlack, where the Thugs for Less are located, as well as Angela. Until we meet again, farewell for now.